Hello and welcome to downtown Evan Junction for our first video of the season when dealing with Superior Central. The Cougars are at home against the Rapid River Rockets. Welcome, my name is Bryce Burge. I'll be your broadcaster today as we get started. We'll have a little bit of a longer pregame just so that way we could try to get into the swing of things here. As you can see, the teams are kind of warming up in the side. There's about 90 seconds plus a pregame here, which will allow us to play some of our ads. But we wanted to kind of talk about these squads, starting lineups for the Rockets. They're 0-7 on the year, still looking for their first year. They've just picked up Emma Sundling onto the team. That name rings true for a lot of people down in Rockets country. To be able to celebrate that name once again on the hardwood has got to be a lot of fun. Their starters today: Maisie Nelson, Ayana Samir, Megan Dowsey, Natalie Snee, and Gracie Stemick, your top five. For the Cougars, Charlotte Charleboy, Katrina Gustin, Emma Rutter, Maddie Begovac, and Riley Johnson will be leading the way. It's going to be interesting tonight to see how this one plays out. No JV team for the Rockets, so they've got everybody available, and there's still a couple players down due to injury. One didn't make the trip, so they've only got about 8 there on the roster. Instead, Superior Central is 4-2, looking to continue to drive a good scenario moving forward. They've got all 5 starters, all their leading groups, and a couple extra players pulled up from the JV side to lead the way here for the Cougars. We'll see how far down the depth they go on the bench to make sure that things move forward tonight. As the per opening ceremony policies, we usually take off the time when the national anthem comes on, play a couple ads just to make sure that we respect the national anthem. We'll go ahead and do that now. We'll come back with the first quarter right here. Rockets at Cougars.
Welcome to Tracy's 5-star dining inside Rome Inn. This winter, we introduce Roman noodles. Experience thoughtfully crafted ramen with chef-curated broth. Korean-style barbecue wings paired with Sapporo. Or try Chef Ali's favorite Tokyo ramen with house broth, chazu pork, marinated egg, bok choy, menma, and nori. No worries. You can still enjoy our classic American cuisine. Try our mouth-watering short rib blend Gichigumi burger or the delicious Delmonico ribeye. Join us for dine-in or takeout. Order online at rome-in.com/Tracy's.
Great automotive care to keep your ride running smoothly. Visit the auto specialist at Skip's Auto Repair in Munising. Skip's Auto Repair, located at 109 East Munising Avenue, services vehicles for oil changes and lube, auto repair, brake repair, diagnostic services, electrical repair, engine repair, tune-ups, suspension repair, and general maintenance. Call 387-5120 for quality auto service you can rely on. Be sure to choose Skip's Auto Repair.
And back to Evan Junction as the final wrap-ups get going here in the pregame ceremonies between the Rockets and the Cougars. Keys to the game today, first for the Rockets, is confidence. When I look at this roster, they've got a lot of younger players that are trying to step up, led by a strong junior class. The Rockets have an opportunity here to get some good time and propel themselves into an easier part of their schedule coming up. While the Cougars, they're looking at their depth. How can they play together as a team when they've got the need to play their 5 strong seniors, and now they get to move in with some of these younger players? As they kind of roll around, it's going to be a different opportunity for each one as we get ready for the jump ball here pretty soon. Go ahead and give a shout out, or actually let's just set up the score bug here. We'll get ready immediately for our tip-off, it looks like it's going to be Stemick up against Rudder. And there's the tip, won by Johnson. Quickly the other way for Augustin, off the glass, and the rebound is put in. And one opportunity now for Johnson as the Cougars look to start off strong. Foul's going to be on Dowsey. Her first, team first. Shot is up and in for Johnson. 3-point play to start things off for the Cougars. Inbound, met with a full court press. Moving now is Nelson towards the right side. Looking for somebody, gets it over to Stemick. Bounces around and stolen. And a double dribble. Augustin trying to grab a little bit of a better hold on the ball before taking off, but ends up committing the violation. Deep pass into Stemick, up and in. Points on the board now for the Rockets. 3-2 your score. 7:33 remaining here in the first. Brought to you by the Buckhorn Resort. We'll talk to you about that here in just a second. Johnson feeding low to Rudder. Gets it back out to Augustin. She puts it up. All glass, no rim. Easy rebound there for the Rockets. Nelson now trying to set up the play. Gives it back to Stemick. Now down into the post for Snee. Dribbling it around. Rockets still trying to find some way to break up this defense here. Man coverage for the Cougars. 3-2 your score. Nelson, deep two. Off the rim, rebound, drives. No good there. Johnson with a hard rebound, brings it down, and the Cougars go the other way. Begovac with it now. Augustin up to Rudder to set the play. Bouncing around down low, and we'll have our first jump ball of the contest. Possession arrow to the Rockets. 6:24 here in the first quarter. Brought to you by the Buckhorn Resort. Deep pass runs into a cluster of Cougars. Almost got a travel there. Was able to hold it down. We'll have a blocking foul against Snee, her first. Team second. Snee, one of the two seniors on this team, along with Stemick. Inbound. Deep off the rim, and the rebound is taken by Rapid River. Pass set down the hallway towards the elementary classrooms, and it will be Cougar ball. Want to thank all of you for following along on the multiple platforms that we got. Experimenting a little bit by putting it on both the Superior Central page and the Rome Media Facebook pages, as it is a first opportunity to try to experiment a little bit after the broadcasting rules changed about 4 weeks into the basketball season. Cougars with the ball. Rudder feeding in down low for Begovac. Triple team to be able to get it over to Rudder. Now Charleboy, she can shoot. Puts the three up, and it's going to go off of Begovac and out of bounds. Rockets ball. Lots of defense here for the Cougars, and it'll be a timeout on the floor for the Rockets. Gives us a chance to thank our first quarter sponsor in the Buckhorn Resort. Buckhorn Resort has over 10 burgers to choose from. Get yourself a signature Buckhorn burger or any of the other delicious options. Open from 11 to 9, 7 days a week. Also got to thank our sponsor of UP Rehab Services. UP Rehab Services is the largest local rehab provider across the UP, taking care of your community and getting patients and athletes back to what they love. UP Rehab Services, along with Munising Memorial Hospital, keeping athletes safe and in the game. Inbound coming. Fast break gets picked off and then knocked out of bounds and can go straight back to the Rockets. Under the hoop. Nelson to inbound it for Rapid River. Still 3-2. Haven't had a basket in over 2 minutes. Chasing it down is Stemick. She gets it knocked away, deflected. Begovac going up for 2, and she hits it. Breaking a little bit of a scoreless drought for both teams. It's now 5-2 Cougars with 5:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Nelson, right side, driving towards the post, and she gets fouled in the process. Foul's going to be on Begovac, her first, team first. Rotating around, still trying to find someone to get it to. Gets it to Snee, a deep 2, a little bit too hard. Rebound by Charlebois, and she comes back quickly the other direction. And she'll be fouled as well. That's going to be Seamar's first. Team third. Cougars to inbound. Augustin will do the honors. Begovac wide open on the inbound. It's a jumper from the free throw line. And she's now leading the Cougars in points. It's a 7-2 ball game here in the first. Good interception there by the Cougars defense, and they almost turn the ball away. They do. Riley Johnson not ready for the pass and turns it over. 4:43 remaining in the first. Cougars up 7-2. Pass to the midcourt line, driving is Seamar, and she drives right down the lane. Looked like there was contact, no call. It's going to be Cougar ball. Shout out to Shannon watching in Wisconsin tonight. Always welcome to see fans from all over the country able to watch these UP teams play. As the Cougars look to try to feed it in down low, ends up 5-holing the number 5 player in Augustin, and it's a turnover against the Cougars. Rockets not paying attention. Rudder back quickly the other direction. A lot of contact. And I believe Charlebois is going to get fouled on the rebound. Foul's going to be against Nelson. That's her first, team fourth. And it will be against the Rockets. Inbound play to Rudder. Too hard, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go the Rocket way. We have our first substitution of the game as Lexi Van Oss and Emma Sunling will come in for the Rockets. Snee and Stemick taking a break for Rapid River. 4:09, just a couple ticks short of halfway through the first. Sponsored by Buckhorn Resort. Rockets coming quickly. Saved there by Johnson, coming close to the bench, picked up. Cougars pushing, and 2-pointer there for Augustin. She gets on the board. (9-2) now is your score. Rotating around for Sunling, ends up going to Van Oss instead. Defense there once again coming up big for Begovac. She'll drive with the layup, misses. The follow-up good though for Rudder, her first points of the game. And the Cougars now going up by 9. Charlebois with a shove in the back. She knows it. It's her first foul. She'll take a break, and Maggie Rondeau now will come in for the Cougars. Rotating around and knocked right down to the baseline. Opens up a quick shot for 2 for Seamar, and she gets on the board. 11-4 now. Cougars on top. Quick push. Good rebound opportunity for Rondeau. She's able to convert. And the Cougars are continuing their 9-point lead here with a 13-4 score. 2:46 remaining here in the opening quarter. Van Oss with it, trying to get the ball out. Can't make the pass. Picked up by the Cougars. And good swat away. Ball comes loose, and now there's going to be a loose ball foul to go along with it. Foul's going to be on Rudder. And it looks like we'll get a substitution there for Stemick as Van Oss looks to be shaken up on the play. 2:35. Rockets to inbound. Nelson looking for somebody, trying to rotate it down to Seymour. She's able to move the ball across the timeline, trying to feed into the post for Dawsey. No luck there, and Cougars are able to get the ball back. Begovac drives, thinks better of it, gets it to the younger Augustin and Emily Augustin. She'll give the give and go and rebound to the Rockets. Riley Johnson sticking a mitt in there, though, for the deflection. Alice Hancock making her first appearance today for the Cougars. Gives Emma Rudder a break. And the Rockets will try to inbound against this full court press once again. That one gets knocked into the stands, knocking over somebody's Mountain Dew. And that's never a fun time. Always tough to clean up that stickiness. Deep pass overhead. Never had possession, so no worry about crossing over the half-court line and coming back. Shot is rebounded by Johnson. She's got to chase it down after it's knocked away from her, and the Cougars are going to try to slow this one down just a touch. The Hancock now trying to find Johnson. Bounced around a couple times, and it will stay with the Cougars. 13-4 with 1:42 remaining here in the Buckhorn Resort first quarter. Slow start here for the Cougars offense as they try to set something up. Looking for Rondo. She drives down the right side. Sends it back up to Johnson. Now over towards Begovac. She's got the hot hand so far, but airballs that one. And the Rockets will respond. Seymour gets the ball knocked away. She's got to pick it up. She can dribble with it if she wants, and we'll take it. Looking on the left side for Sunling. Sunling probably should have taken the shot, but ends up turning it over instead. Ball gets knocked around and will stick with the Cougars. The Rockets are doing a good job of getting in the passing lanes to disrupt a lot of the opportunities here. I mean, you saw it right there. Good job by Nelson to try to disrupt stuff. It's really kind of forcing the Cougars to dribble in towards the net a lot more as we get a foul there, and the Cougars are able to kind of exploit the footing of the Rockets a little bit more instead of trying to go up against the good arm awareness. Rondeau misses her first. Rudder returns for the Cougars, and Snae's going to come back in for the Rockets. 55.4 seconds on the clock as the second free throw is about to come from Rondeau. Ball's up, rims around, and comes back down. And it's now a 10-point lead here for the Cougars. 14-4. Ball gets knocked away and immediately knocked out of bounds. So we'll try this one again. Rockets looking for the deep pass. Gets it now towards Dawsey, and offensive foul. Rudder coming up big to try to force something there. Brings a second to Dawsey. That is the sixth team foul here for the Rockets, who have more fouls than points here in this opening frame. Rudder moving it around that three-point line. Kind of a 1-2-2 zone defense now being shown here by Rapid River as we see Bree Swadgeton making an appearance tonight. She'll go ahead and give the leading scorer of Maggie Begovac a break. Rockets again looking for a deep pass, picked off there by Rudder. Driving left, bounces off of a player, no call regardless. It's eventually picked up there by the Rockets, who try to find an outlet pass and can't keep the ball in bounds. 25.3 seconds remain in the first. Cougars up by 10. Rudder, 20 seconds. She can wait for it with a little bit if she doesn't pick up her dribble. Now Rondeau rotating to the right-hand side. Good defense there by Snee, forcing the jump ball. Will stay with the Cougars, though. 12.4 seconds on the clock. Emily Augustin gets it into Hancock. Rotates to Rudder. Back to Hancock. She'll drive. 7 seconds. Rudder. Now to Rondeau. Somebody's got to take the shot. It will be Hancock. And she misses at the end of the first. Cougars 14, Rapid River 4. We'll take this break right here as you're watching Cougars basketball on the Rome Media Network.
Andy's Encini is the place to go this snowmobile season. Whether stopping for a pizza, waffle fries, or the best darn cheeseburger in the Upper Peninsula, Andy's can satisfy your hunger from a long ride on the trails. Andy's also has great lodging availability to keep you warm and safe this winter. A special stop for your friends and family. It's Andy's Encini, located right on M28 just east of the M77 intersection and on Trail 43. Parents can't always be there to ensure their child is safe in sports. That's where the certified athletic trainers at UP Rehab Services step in. They assess and treat injuries, provide rehab, and make the important calls about concussions. UP Rehab Services, along with UP Health Systems, keep athletes safe and in the game. We are your fast track to recovery. Contact us today for a free injury screen at uprehab.com.
Back here, 14-4 at the start of the second, as the inbounding pass is already picked off there by the Cougars. Rotating around now is Emma Rudder, finally getting the ball out and into the open space. Pushing hard towards the right-hand side, puts the ball up. No dice, fighting for the rebound. It's going to be snaked on the backside there by Swajinen. Rudder feeding into Hancock. Dribbling, picks it back up, and more tough defense there as Dowsey picks up her third foul. She ends up like smacking Rudder right in the face with her bicep as Rudder ends up rotating around. That's not a good third foul to pick up. Just 32 seconds into the second quarter. Puts the Cougars on the line. Emma Rudder will do the honors here, and she'll earn the bonus. Rudder, Rondeau, Emily Augustin, Swajinen, and Hancock for the Cougars. It's going to be Seymour, Sunling, Nelson, Stemick, and Snee for the Rockets. Full fall there for Emma Rudder. Makes it a 12-point game, 16-4. As Stemick had an opportunity, good help defense there, broke up that play and be knocked out of bounds to the Rockets. A lot of inbounding here, definitely forcing both coaching staffs to dive deep into their inbound playbook as that one comes out towards the Sunling. Swajinen fighting up more, and I think Hancock's going to get busted for this one on the loose ball foul. She'll get the blocking foul indeed. Fourth team foul for the Cougars. And the Rockets will inbound from the far sideline. Looking for something, trying to find Snee down low. She touched it, and it's going to go off the other side in front of the Cougars bench. And they'll inbound from basically in their seating. 7:13 remaining in the second, brought to you by Mater Stop and Go and Cini. We'll talk about them in a second. As the give and go looked great for Augustin and it just rimmed out. Cougars now on defense as they try to stop Snee and company here. Snee, good move against Swajinen, and she puts the ball up. Makes this a 10-point game once again. Hancock with it, trying to find Swajinen, and it's going to be a traveling violation against one of those JV players that are getting called up. And we have our first line change of the night. Johnson, Begovac, Charlevoix, and Katrina Augustin now in for the Cougars. Deep pass, looking for Snee, finds her on the right side. Defended there by Johnson. She's got a pass. She wants to take it. Instead, she'll draw the foul. And we'll go to the line for two. That one's going to be against Nelson. It's going to be her second foul of the contest. Team 8th. 6:29 here. And as the ball is up, we'll talk about our second quarter sponsor in Mater's Stop and Go. Mater's is a great stop along the trails this season with all the things you need to have a fun and safe ride. Mater's Stop and Go is located right off of M94 and M77 in Cini. Deep pass to Stemick, bouncing around, still trying to get somebody in the lane when it's just stolen there by Sammy Johnson, the only freshman on the court for either squad. Stemick with the rebound defensively now, trying to hurry back as Johnson with another block. Riley Johnson that time. Hands it off to Charlevoix. You see the older players, the seniors for this Superior Central squad, and the tempo of play just gets so much faster. Johnson feeds in to Sammy Johnson. Ball gets knocked around and picked up there by Maisie Nelson. And it'll be an injury timeout here. Gracie Stemick had fallen down near the mid-court line. And they'll now make it a 30-second timeout. Today's game is brought to you by Superior Land Gas. Superior Land Gas in Wetmore will help you get the most out of your propane. Superior Land Gas has been open for over 100 years, and they want to make sure that your tank is ready for winter. Call Superior Land Gas today at 906-387-4660. 17-6 with 5:42 remaining here in the Mater Stop and Go second quarter. Johnson, Augustin, Begovac, and Charlevoix out there for the Cougars. And the Rockets are looking to inbound down below and turn it over as the bounce pass was just a little bit too hard there for Seymour. Cougars on offense. The younger Johnson rotating around the horn. Cougars looking to try to break up this zone. Feeding in now for Katrina Augustin, and Snee's going to come in crashing hard. Good shot fake there by Augustin. There's not a whole lot that you can do there besides jump straight up, but when you are shifting over in the zone, it's such a difficult thing to do. Ball's up, and basket's made. Augustin will go for another one. 18-6. Now make it 19-6 on the scoreboard. Cougars will drop back in the half-court defense now and let the Rockets bring it up. Dawsey Van Oss with the ball is Snee right now giving it to Seymour, and Seymour gets a shot up. Or excuse me, Snee's got the shot. She'll go to the line after the foul is on looks like Maggie Rondo. Snee drains the first. Going for her second shot here. Misses that one. Rebound Cougars. Rondo coming fast. Almost slid into a travel. Offensive rebound by Superior Central. Cougars up 19-7 over Rapid River. Trying to bring the ball down low into the post. Johnson stood up by a double team on defense there, and it's going to be a rollout now for Rapid River. Trying to feed it in. Picked off by Rondeau, and it's going to be a body blocking foul there right at the half-court line against Seymour. Double bonus the rest of the way, and we're not even halfway through the Mater stop and go second quarter. First shot, no good. Allow Emma Rudder and Charleboy to come in for the Cougars. Ball's going to be live after this one. Rondeau can't connect. Ball knocked out of bounds and go the Rapid River way. Rockets looking to bring it up. Seymour with the ball right now. Charleboy in defense, rotating towards the left side for Van Austin. She's going to travel. Took just that little bit of an extra step because she was shifting from the right hand to the left hand to pass and wasn't able to get the ball off in time. 4:24 here in the Mater stop and go second quarter. Charleboy rotating around to Rondeau. They make up for their mistake. Rudder in the lane, off glass, no good. Rebound there by Dowsey. And she'll get the offense started going the other way for Rapid River. Trying to feed it into the post for Snee, no success. And Charleboy is going to bring this one up into the offensive side of the court for the Cougars. Charleboy trying to find something down low. Instead, gets it out towards the point, and it'll be a foul there on Nelson. And there's multiple Rockets now in some serious foul trouble in the first half. We'll double check with the books, but I've got at least two players that are more than halfway to fouling out, as Sunling will come back in now for the Rockets. First basket was made. And the second one will bounce in as well. We'll get a quick substitution for the shooter as the Cougars are now tripling up the Rockets. Always a compelling matchup, no matter who's on the bench, just because of the rivalry between these schools. As Superior Central and Rapid River share that Alger Delta boundary line. Still a lot of farming communities, similar communities. Always a fun time to see these squads. Cougars with the ball again. They've got all the time in the world with a 14-point lead to try to cut into that zone. They had Rudder. Wasn't able to handle the pass, though. And Charleboy, Rondeau, and Rudder to Johnson underneath, and she can't flick that one in either. And there will be a foul against somebody, waiting to see who it is. It's going to be against Rudder. Gracie Stemick returning now for the Rockets. Good to see after her wrist injury there. She's got her right wrist all taped up, and she was kind of holding that before. So glad that she's come back as Ayana Seymour hits the bucket for the Rockets. Getting up to 9 points here. Cougars need to get it across the line. They do. And they got Emily Augustin wide open underneath for 2. (23-9). Cougars on top. 2:16 remaining here in the Mater stop and go second quarter. That should have been a travel. We'll keep on playing. Sundling now. She'll put up a basket off the side of the backboard. And Augustin's going to come back flying the other direction. She tries to take it up. Good job there defensively there by Seymour. And we'll keep plugging along. 2:01 here in the second. Charlevoix off the inbound pass. Rebound by Rudder off the glass for 2. And the Cougars are cooking. We'll see another one of those line changes here from Coach Skip Rudder at the next stoppage as Sunling's picked up the ball. Charlevoix trying to push hard, but it's picked up by Seymour. She'll go to the left side. Rotates out for Van Oss. And now Sunling's going to bring it out and try to set something up by driving towards the left elbow. She lets that one fly off the front rim and Cougar ball. 80 seconds remaining here in the first half. Johnson shot no good. Rebound by the Rockets. Rapid River trying to get into double digits here before the end of the quarter. And not really sure what happened on that one as the ball should have been a carrying violation, but I think some of these things are just going to be passed along as we're in the final minute of play here in the second. Emma Rudder will do the honors and tries to find the outlet pass down low, but good defense there by Van Oss. Good awareness of the situation as now Rudder will try it again. Spin around shot no good. And the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds and stay with Rapid River. All 5 Cougars coming off. The new 5 coming in will be Sammy Johnson, Katrina Augustin, Maggie Begovac, Alice Hancock, and Bree Swajinen to wrap up the half for the Cougars. Van Oss inbounding to Seymour. They've got Stemick, Sunling, and Dowsey waiting below. Drive towards the hoop and in. Good bucket there by Seymour. She is now leading Rapid River here with points in the first half. 25-11 your score with 17 seconds remaining. Hancock trying to get it up. I'm going to say the fouls on the floor doesn't matter, though, as it is a double bonus opportunity for the Cougars. Try to center that score a little bit in the score bug here as Hancock's first shot goes up and in and out. Seymour to come in now for the Rockets. Second shot is up and in for the Cougars. Ball comes in down low. Shot for the Rockets. No good. Van Oss with the rebound, but it's blocked there by Hancock at the end. And that's how we'll wrap things up here in the second quarter. Brought to you by Major Stop and Go in Sini. Cougars 26, Rockets 11, as it's starting to be a little bit of a bigger gap here in downtown Eben Junction. We'll take a break and head into our halftime show, which includes the MHSAA Today, brought to you by John Ross. And we'll come back here in the second half. Stay with us right here on the Rome Media Sports Network.
No one talks pizza like Main Street. Fresh hot pizza that can't be beat. Plenty of toppings, sauce and cheese. Available for takeout or delivery. Big city taste, friendly small town service. One bite and you'll agree. Main Street Pizza is made to please. No one tops pizza like Main Street.
Picture this, coming home after a long day of work to a professionally laid, personalized tile shower with rainfall shower heads. Does this sound like something you could get used to? Flynn's Flooring in Wetmore carries much more than the beautiful flooring you've come to expect from this family-owned and operated company. A full-service company that specializes in ceramic tile as well as other floor coverings. The team at Flynn's Flooring is waiting for you to stop in to their showroom in Wetmore or call 906-387-1993.
A new year, but the same last name at Onstead, and a big-time, first-time wrestling event at Montague. It's all next on This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. I'm John Ross. Welcome to This Week in High School Sports, and Happy New Year. The Onstead boys basketball team is off to a hot start this year. The Wildcats are already 7-0, including 2 wins in the Lenawee County Athletic Association. This, a year after Onstead won 11 games in a row before losing to Parma Western in the district finals. That's 18 wins in their last 19 games dating back to last season. Sophomore Aiden Davis leads the way for Onstead, much like his older brother Austin did before him. Austin was runner-up for Mr. Basketball in 2016 and the Associated Press Class B Player of the Year in 2015 and 16, before going on to play at the University of Michigan. Now, Austin helps out with the team when he can and tutors little brother Aiden, who stands 6'9". Onstead opens 2022 with 3 conference games before heading to Ohio to play in the Rossford Invite. Read more about the Davis connection and Onstead's season by going to secondhalf.mhsaa.com. Game balls this week go to Grand Rapids Catholic Central's Jack Karasinski. Playing for the defending Division II champion Cougars, Karasinski had 23 points and 8 rebounds in a win over the defending Division I champion Grand Blanc. The game was played at Van Andel Arena as part of the Jam at the Band Showcase. Portland St. Patrick's Caitlin Russell. She scored a team-high 19 in a 53-49 win over Fowler. Fowler is the defending champ in Division IV, and it was their first loss of the season. St. Patrick is unbeaten, 6-0, heading into the new year. And to the Lady Matt Cat Wrestling Invitational. The inaugural all-female competition was hosted by Montague and featured wrestlers from more than 30 schools. Winners in each of the 14 weight classes came from 13 different schools, with Chippewa Hills the only school to produce 2 winners.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with MHSAA Assistant Director Brent Rice.
You'll hear a crowd scream over and back anytime the ball is first touched in the backcourt by the team last in possession of the ball. But it isn't as simple as that. Correctly referred to as a backcourt violation, there are 3 key elements that must first occur. The team must have team control while on the court. The team must be the last to touch the ball in the front court. The team must be the first to touch the ball in the backcourt. One way a backcourt violation can occur is when a dribbler establishes 3 points, the ball in 2 feet, in the front court, and then retreats to the backcourt. There are also a number of exceptions to this rule that apply to jump balls, throw-ins, and when a player is making a defensive play. And remember that it's not always as easy to call as it appears.
Thanks, Brent. You can be a referee. Go to the MHSAA website now to register. As we move into 2022, a reminder that February is Oxford Strong Month. Schools in the Oakland Activities Association, Kensington Lakes Activities Association, and Catholic High School League started the initiative. They're asking as many schools across Michigan as possible to participate in a show of support for Oxford on February 4th and during other Oxford Strong events throughout the month. Working with the official MHSAA merchandise vendor, EA Graphics, and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, Oxford Strong shirts will be available, with the profits from those sales being donated back to the Oxford community. Schools or individuals can order shirts by going to supportoxfordstrong.com. Oxford is a member of the OAA, and fellow OAA member Lake Orion has stepped up to assist the Oxford swimming and diving team. Since students at Oxford are still not allowed back into the school, Lake Orion has allowed them to use their pool for practice. And the Michigan Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association has organized getting them the equipment they need, things like suits, goggles, caps, snorkels, kickboards, and fins. You can read more about how schools are supporting Oxford High School at secondhalf.mhsaa.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll see you next week.
The Munising Flower Shop has been your hometown florist since 1939. Whether you're looking for a special gift or a beautiful arrangement, the Munising Flower Shop can assist you with any events life throws at you, including showing your love and support with a heartfelt arrangement or remembrance gift. The Munising Flower Shop, serving all of Alger County. Give them a call at 387-3499. Enjoy a great meal while taking in the beautiful scenery of Hovey Lake at the Buckhorn Resort. Located on Buckhorn Road in Munising, the Buckhorn Resort has over 10 burgers to choose from. Try their signature burger, the Buckhorn Burger, a bourbon-glazed third-pound Angus beef patty smothered in chunky blue cheese and bacon, served on a home-style sandwich roll. Buckhorn Resort opens at 11 a.m. daily, or you can call 387-3559. All trails lead to the Buckhorn Resort.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
And welcome back to downtown Eben Junction. We got about 2 minutes here before the start of the second half. The Superior Central Cougars find themselves up 26-11 over the visiting Rapid River Rockets. Let's talk scoring. Most of the points come from 3 2-point buckets from Ayana Samir, the junior, standing up big for the Rockets despite being one of the smaller players on that roster. Dowsey also added, Snay added another bucket and one at the line, as well as a bucket from Stemick for your scoring for Rapid River. On the Cougars side, it's a lot of points from a lot of people. Katrina Augustin leading the way with 7 points. Emma Rutter's got 6 of her own. Most of Augustin's points have been at the line, though, scoring 5 from the stripe. Maggie Begovac has 4. Emily Augustin's got 2. Riley Johnson, the senior, adding 4. And Alice Hancock adding a single from the charity stripe. Reminder that Coffee with Casey is available every Friday morning. I had a chance to guest host this week as we return back from our Christmas vacation, if you will. Coffee with Casey is available on the Row Media Facebook page and the YouTube page, as well as our radio station WQXO in the Munising listening area. Again, Coffee with Casey, live from the Gallery Coffee Company. Also, if you've been interested in this broadcast, know that we've had some people from the Rapid River area. This is not the first broadcast that we've had from Rapid River at all. We call their games about as often as they play Munising or Superior Central. So if you ever want a chance to see your business, your group, you want to buy a happy birthday announcement or something like that, give us a call, 906-387-1400, or email us at bryce@rome-media.com. As we come out of halftime, 26-11 your score. Go ahead and set up the score bugs. It's always a little difficult to do your own graphics. I had to double check the scoring and ran out of time to check the fouls down at the scorer's table. But the Cougars come out hot, going with a quick shot just 4 seconds into the third quarter. Rudder now trying to come in, and she gets clothesline down, entering into the lane as Snee was trying to get something started defensively. Team first. Third foul for Snee as Sunling's going to come right off the bat. 3 players with 3 fouls already for the Rockets, and they don't have a very deep bench. Wide open for 3 off the front rim was Begovac, but she chases down her own rebound. Gets it to Charleboy, now to Rudder. Trying to feed it in down low and let Johnson have some fun in the post, and she's able to do so. And the Cougars go up to 28 total points here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Grand Marais Outfitters. We'll talk about them here shortly when we get a stoppage in play. Turnover against the Rockets picked up by Johnson, trying to find Rudder, and a good defense there by Van Oss. Again, just the swatting, the constant pressure, it's always there. It kind of caught Snee in that foul to start off the third quarter, but they've been doing so well with sticking their hands up in the face of these Cougars to try to slow them down any way possible. Right now, it's the Cougars getting offensive rebounds. They just can't get it in the bucket. 4th time's a charm for Rudder as she pushes the Cougars to a 30-11 lead. Stolen there by Rudder, splitting the defense, going right side. Seymour. And the ball's going to be, there's going to be a shooting foul. And I think that was kind of a gift. I will say that Seymour had a lot of ball there, but I didn't see her other hand, which so that makes it a little frustrating. I know for people with how far the camera view can be out sometimes, but maybe ball don't lie because Rudder misses the first. Snee's going to come back in now, give Seymour a break. Seymour has her 4th. And the Rockets are going to run out of players here at this pace. Rudder's second shot, no good. Bounces out. She gets her own rebound. Drives the right-hand side. Bounces out for Augustin, who gets the putback. Tonight's leading scorer continues to truck along for the hometown crowd. Van Oss now setting up the pass, gets it down towards Nelson, who's going to move on the right side. And the Cougars using their height, getting closer to the net to take that ball away. Deep pass for Johnson, left side and in. And another transition bucket for the Cougars. That's their 10th point in transition tonight for Superior Central. 6 minutes exactly remaining in the Grand Marais Outfitters third quarter. As there's a foul here against maybe Augustin, not sure. Yes, it is against Katrina Augustin. Ball to be inbounded. .5:55 remaining. Comes out to Stemick. Rotating now to Sunling. Sunling going to dribble left side. Can't find anything. She'll feed it over to Van Oss. Ball comes loose. Actually, I think it bounced off the nose of Rudder. Van Oss, kind of a physical player, trying to find some advantage there. Eventually gets it into Stemick, and she gets a second basket. That's her 4th point of the game and makes this a 34-13 contest. Cougars with the ball. Charleboy, deep 3, and it'll be a rebound by the Cougars. They'll keep the ball. We'll have a deep 2 now. That rims in and out. And it's going to be one and deflected. Swatted away and goes out of bounds. Maisie Nelson involved in that play consistently, doing all that she could to stop the Cougars from scoring another bucket. Inbound pass comes down low, fed around, and Rudder nearly had her head knocked off. Ball's out of bounds. And we'll see a substitution that will bring Maggie Rondeau in for Superior Central. 4:55 remaining here in the Grand Marais Outfitters third quarter. 21-point advantage here for the home team as Augustine gets the steal. 2-on-2 the other way up against Sunling. Good defense, but the follow-up by Rudder is good. That's really the thing that we've seen a lot. The offensive rebounds and the follow-ups by the Cougars have led to a lot of points when they've been able to push forwards. That glass dominance is bringing in this large lead for the Cougars as a jumper there by Begovac falls out, comes out to Rudder. She'll drive the lane and draw a foul against Nelson. Kept her feet in place, but shifted the hips and the body weight into the player, and that will send Rudder to the line. Nelson now with 4 fouls. I believe that is every starter for Rapid River have 4 fouls right now as the first free throw is missed. Rudder will try this one again. She continues to miss from the charity stripe. That's been a consistent problem for Superior Central over the last 2 seasons, not getting the easy buckets. Rudder will take the break. 4:09 remaining in the third. Van Oss bringing it up on behalf of Rapid River, and we'll get a full time out here from Scott Goodacre, the head coach of Rapid River. Gives us a chance to actually do the formal graphic here, as Grand Marais Outfitters is your sponsor for the third quarter. Grand Marais Outfitters is under new ownership. Stop in and welcome Jeannie Kane to the community and receive 10% off when you mention this ad. All Alger, Schoolcraft, and Delta County locals are welcome to stop by for any of the new options available at Grand Marais Outfitters in downtown Grand Marais. Was trying really hard to get some Grand Marais games on the schedule so far, and everyone that we've had has been canceled or postponed. We've lost 3 to weather, 2 to COVID. One rescheduled game was during the Big Bay at Superior Central series that we had already scheduled for here. We tried picking up Big Bay to knock hosting Superior Central last night, and that was canceled due to snow. So we're trying to rotate around and get these games on air. We should have our first Northern Lights League matchup next Tuesday down in Big Bay to knock. 3:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Rockets trying to break into this Cougar defense as they kind of shifting back between zone and man, showing the different perspectives as Dowsey's trying to work that left side as the ball comes out of bounds and will stay with the Cougars on offense. Hancock looks like she's going to be coming in now. Rudder comes off. Johnson comes off, so it's going to be Katrina Augustin inbounding to Maggie Begovac. Emily Augustin, Alice Hancock, and Maggie Rondeau, your Cougars on the floor. Augustin moves to the right side. Gives it to her older sister, rotating around to Hancock. Hancock fakes it. It says a travel. Rockets ball. All right, let's see what was drawn up here by the Rockets. Let's see if they can implement what they worked on in that last timeout. Dowsey with the ball is going to have to give it back up towards Sunling. She's rotating towards the right-hand side now. Alice Hancock in good defense, just smothering the freshman. She's able to get the ball around and out to a teammate. And Emily Augustin, who's going to try to go, feeds in down low. Backside option is in and good. And textbook transition points once again for the Cougars as they go up 38-13. Hancock with the steal. Outlet pass. 3-on-1, and they couldn't hold on to the ball to capitalize on it. Begovac, though, gets the bunny jumper, and the Cougars have hit the 40-point mark. 40-13 is your score. Rockets trying to dribble into the zone here. They take a deep three instead. Sunling hits glass. Rebound there by the Cougars. Superior Central coming back the other direction fast. Be knocked out of bounds and stay with Superior Central. Becky Dwight commenting on Facebook here saying go Cougars. Also saw a post in the Rapid River group rooting on the Rockets as well from Mike Wills. Got to give the shout out to the fans that are watching on social media tonight to get these games going. Blocking foul against Alice Hancock. That's her second, team second. And it's a minute 59 remaining here in the Grand Marais Outfitters third quarter. Seamar's back in for Rapid River. She's got the ball now up at the top of the key. Double teamed. Ball was deflected, so she could pick it up, but that time it's stolen by Hancock, trying to go coast to coast. In the follow-up, though, was Katrina Augustin, and it takes three of them to get it in eventually. Begovac with the honors for the hometown crowd. Another deflection on a deep pass, and here goes Maggie Rondeau coast to coast. And now it's a 44-13 contest. 70 seconds remain in the third. Van Oss looking to go right side. And go straight into the arms of Emily Augustin on the block. Sunling trying to fight for it, but they'll get the ball out to the other side. Katrina Augustin cherry picking, can't get it in. Good rebound there by Stimick and draws a foul in the process. Substitutions coming in. So the initial foul was against, at least said out loud, was against the Rapid River player, but the official, Jim Manzo, coming over and saying he immediately made the wrong call. He said who was fouled, not who was fouled, or not who did the fouling. So have to give credit to the official when they step up to really clarify that stuff. Blocked out of bounds, staying with the Rockets. 39.2 seconds remaining. Cougars up big at home against their rival. Stimick gets the ball knocked back to her as she comes inbounds after inbounding the ball. Trying to find a pass. Can't get it to Snee. Bounces around a couple of times. And Bree Swadgenon basically rolling on the floor in place. Draws the jump ball that will stay with the Rockets. 44-13 with 25 seconds remaining here. Both teams have 3 fouls. Van Oss picked off. Rondeau dribbles it off of her foot, gets the pass to Emily Augustin, and she can't find anything. She gets fouled in the process, though. I believe this is going to be against Snee, and I believe that's it. They're saying it's her fourth, so she may be able to come back. I'll have to double check that at the quarter break. 16.7 seconds remaining. Cougars inbound, driving the line. Sammy Johnson for 2. Trying to come in quickly, gets the shot off of the Rockets, no dice. And Sammy Johnson's got to let it go, was not in time. And that's how the Grand Marais Outfitters third quarter will end, with the Cougars up 33. Superior Central 46, Rapid River 13. We'll go ahead and take a break and come back to this matchup from downtown Eben Junction right here on the Rome Media Sports Network.
Andy's Encini is the place to go this snowmobile season. Whether stopping for a pizza, waffle fries, or the best darn cheeseburger in the Upper Peninsula, Andy's can satisfy your hunger from a long ride on the trails. Andy's also has great lodging availability to keep you warm and safe this winter. A special stop for your friends and family. It's Andy's in Seney, located right on M28 just east of the M77 intersection and on Trail 43. Parents can't always be there to ensure their child is safe in sports. That's where the certified athletic trainers at UP Rehab Services step in. They assess and treat injuries, provide rehab, and make the important calls about concussions. UP Rehab Services, along with UP Health Systems, keep athletes safe and in the game. We are your fast track to recovery. Contact us today for a free injury screen at uprehab.com.
50-50 was just announced, and people celebrating there for the winner. Cougars came out hot in the third quarter. They outscored Rapid River 20-2. As the game is now 46-13, and the Cougars to inbound here shortly. Quick rotate here for the Cougars around the horn, getting it to Hancock, who's going to drive the lane, put it up, and get to two. And the Cougars continue to keep the scoring hot. Need about 7 more points before a running clock, and here might be some of them as Hancock had the ball, lost it, gets it to Sammy Johnson, and they're going to call a travel. Rockets bringing it up. Nelson with the ball. She's got Seamer, Stemick, Van Oss, and Sundling on the floor with her as there's a foul against Bree Swajinen. .7:18 on the clock. Let's see what Seamar can do. She's leading the Rockets in points so far. She puts it up. That's the way it's kind of going right now for these Rockets. Other games tonight of note, the Munising girls are in Norway tonight. That game will not be broadcasted. But starting here pretty soon, I believe, is the Manistee Hockey Co-op that includes players from Munising and Superior Central, as well as Newberry, going up against the Escanaba team down in Esky. That game will be over on M123. We'll probably share the Manistee Hockey Facebook pages. Real big crunch there by Stemick, and she gets away with that one, but instead it's going to come out to Hancock, who gets another two. Swajinen with the steal. Gives it to Hancock. She goes left side, a little bit further out, but Sammy Johnson with the rebound and the putback for two. And we may have the running clock here in effect here shortly. I fixed the score here. It's 52-14 with 6:17 remaining here in the contest. Shot is airballed there by the Rockets as Van Oss is going to give a friendly bump there to Sammy Johnson. She was the only player on the floor that wasn't in significant foul trouble. It's actually her first for the contest, so that's a good sign there for the Rockets. If you needed somebody to foul, she was it. Superior Central will go back the other direction now. Alice Hancock now to Sammy Johnson. She'll drive, gives it to Emily Augustin, and that's a sign of the future to behold as Augustin gets her follow-through attempt, and now it's a 52-14 or 54-14 game, maybe even more by the time that I get the score fixed. And a traveling violation against Swajinen. Bree Swajinen, one of the smaller players, a sophomore, definitely a fan favorite as the Swajinen name is brought a lot of talent to the different teams here at the Cougars here in the last couple of years. And we got a foul down low here against the Cougars. Being inbound for Rapid River. Stemick to do the honors. Running clock is in effect at this point, as it's a 40-point lead for Superior Central. Ball gets knocked out of bounds again. Rockets stacking up, doing the picket fence kind of thing. Dowsey, no good. Rebound there by Rondeau. Trying to find somebody. It's eventually going to be picked up by, looks like one of the Rockets. And now Swajanen's going to get a push as she was going for the ball and ends up plowing into the defender. 6 fouls now for the Cougars. 5 team fouls for Rapid River. Rockets may get into trouble here at the end with a couple of fouls out as the ball's on the floor and a jump ball is going to go Rapid River's way. And we'll get another line change here. We'll bring Katrina Augustin, Emma Rutter, Maggie Begovac, Riley Johnson, and Charlotte Charleboy in for the Cougars. 3:45 remaining. Again, running clock in effect for Superior Central. As the Rockets are looking to try to get it into somebody's deep pass. Popped up. Comes to Katrina Augustin. She's going to drive. Brings it up and top and in. That's another 2 for Katrina Augustin, who really weren't, from last year, everybody's talking Rutter Johnson. And now the other 2 players in Katrina Augustin, and now, even before I get the graphic changed again, Charlotte Charleboy coming in big. And the Cougars score a couple quick points. Again, multiple seniors here. Is another one is Emma Rutter ends up knocking the ball out by her own hip. Get the pass in, and the Cougars are going to reset the offense here towards Charleboy, rotating now for Katrina Augustin, who hands it down low, and the ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. Cougar ball. Wherever you are in Elder County, there's a People's State Bank close by. You can find a People's State Bank in Munising, Wetmore, Grand Marais, Chatham, and Autrain for your convenience. People's State Bank is a proud supporter of Superior Central Athletics. Quick 2 now. Thanks to the 60-14 game, but they're going to call a timeout for Rapid River just to get some subs into the game. Sundling and Van Oss to come out. Nelson and it looks like Natalie Snee will come back in for Rapid River. You do get to take those timeouts when they're called with the running clock, so good awareness there by Coach Goodacre. Shot off the front rim, and Cougars able to get the rebound. Johnson, fast break up against Snee the other direction, and Snee is going to tell Riley Johnson to have a V8 and smack her right in the forehead. That's her 5th. She fouls out. Van Oss is going to come right back in for Rapid River. 90 seconds left here in this one. Cougars just looking to add the points cosmetically, if you will. Johnson to have 2 shots, and this will take away some extra points of the time of the remaining time. First shot's no good. Second shot is in. 61-14 now your score. A minute left as Rapid River heaves up a shot, and Seymour once again getting a bucket there for Rapid River. Definitely a bright spot there for the Rockets as a quick 3-pointer. Then we got a substitution timeout for Superior Central. Not sure who got that bucket, but it makes it a 63-16 game with less than a minute to go. Johnson on Van Oss. Now out to Nelson, who's going to rotate it back to Van Oss, who's now got Rudder covering her. Down low for Dawsey, and no luck there. And now with 20 seconds remaining, the Cougars are just looking to get it across the timeline and see what happens. Rudder giving out shot on a platter. Have to take it. 10 seconds remaining. And Dowsey takes a shot, deflected. Rebound again. Seymour, that's in. Making that a 63-18 final. As the teams now here celebrating each other's efforts as we wrap things up. We'll go ahead and head to our post-game show after we thank one of our extra sponsors here in Andy's Restaurant and Lodging. Andy's Encini is the place to go for burgers, pizza, and more. Whether snagging a snack after the game or staying the night, Andy's has you covered, located on M28, just east of M77. Also, got to give a shout out to Guitar Man's Rough Cut Music in Germfast. Stop by the Guitar Man's Rough Cut Music for all of your instrument needs, with guitars for all levels of players, repair for your current instrument, or the accessories you need to play on. Rough Cut Music has you covered. Call 906-586-6840 for more information. Cougars win big, 63-18 against rival Rapid River. We'll have a post-game show right after this here on the Rome Media Sports Network.
Timber Products Company, a leader in diversified wood product sales, manufacturing, and transportation, is now hiring primary day shift production laborers for their manufacturing facility in Munising, Michigan. They offer many opportunities for job growth and advancement in a comprehensive benefits package, including life insurance, health, dental, vision, and prescription coverage, vacation and holiday pay, flexible spending accounts, and a 401k plan with employer contributions. Timber Products Company is an equal opportunity employer, including protected veterans and people with disabilities. See all Timber Products Company opportunities on the Careers tab at timberproducts.com. Contact Rochelle Hanna at rhanna@timberproducts.com. That's rhanna@timberproducts.com.
And now it's time for the Law Enforcement Player of the Game, celebrating and thanking those serving with the Alger County Sheriff's Office, the City of Munising Police Department, and Michigan State Police right here in Alger County. The Law Enforcement Player of the Game is sponsored by Rob and Roxanne Steinhoff. Players of the game, I think it's pretty easy for Rapid River, who we got to give a shout out to. Ayana Samir, what a great job for her to make sure that she stayed diligent throughout the game. She led the Rockets in points, the only Rocket to be in double digits. She also had 2 assists in the game. She was involved in what was ultimately 70% of the scoring tonight for Rapid River. Very clearly, Seymour with the Law Enforcement Player of the Game for the Rockets. On the Superior Central Cougar side, it's a little bit more difficult when you have so many players really kind of standing out. I want to give a shout out to some of the other players that may not get the repetitions. And so I really liked watching Alice Hancock play tonight. I thought that she, with the exception of maybe about a minute in the third quarter, really limited her mistakes, which is something that you want to see from a player growing up. I think the other player that you could give the Law Enforcement Player of the Game nod to for Superior Central would be Sammy Johnson, the lone freshman on the roster coming up from the JV team, showing poise, showing grace, and getting a couple of baskets in, ultimately ending with 6 points there for the Cougars. Definitely a great job. So the players of the game, the Law Enforcement Players of the Game, brought to you by Rob and Roxanne Steinhoff, will be Sammy Johnson and Alice Hancock. Again, no games coming up in the near future. Over the weekend, that is, as the game tonight in Norway will not be covered on any of the WQXO networks for the girls' game. But we will have on Monday a contest as the boys will head down to Manistee. It's guaranteed to be on the radio, whether it's on the road with the video. We're still not sure. That's going to be played by ear, but it'll be available here on Rome Media's Facebook page if that is the case. Also on Tuesday, it should be our first Northern Lights League game of the year, if everybody is healthy by that point, as Munising Baptist will be on the road at Big Bay Denock. For Michaela McNally, who ran camera tonight, and the folks here at Superior Central helping out, my name is Bryce Burge. I was your broadcaster tonight. Cougars win big, 63-18 over the Rockets.